Hey everybody, what's going on? We are finally back with part 4 of the t-shirt collection. This is where it starts to get a little more interesting. We're going to specialize here a bit. These ones in this part I've dedicated entirely to my Nightmare on Elm Street collection, or Freddy Krueger collection if you will. So every one of these t-shirts is, you know, featuring Freddy in one way or another. So the next couple chapters are going to go that way. We're going to start with Nightmare on Elm Street here and move on in the other videos. But this is the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. So let's take a look. Alright, so let's take a look at the first one. So this one is definitely some kind of a bootleg, and it looked a lot prettier in the picture when I found it, but this is a real oldie. I've had it for a long time, and it's clearly some bootleg. I don't know who did the design, but it is a Freddy and Jason Christmas themed t-shirt. This is one of those cases where you get what you pay for. I found this thing online for super cheap. I don't know, probably 2015, 2016 maybe. And it looked decent in the picture. And I have seen this print online in a few other spots where it did look pretty nice. In this case, when I got it, it looked this, you know, bland and sort of coppered out. They're sort of in this weird bronze copper color, and the color should be really vibrant, but of course, what do you expect? It's a bootleg shirt. It has kind of thick, crappy cotton. It's not the most comfortable. It doesn't fit the nicest, so it's a case of you get what you pay for, and it's kind of cool. I thought it was festive and me, but anyway, that's the first one in the Nightmare on Elm Street collection. Sure, I could put that in a Friday the 13th collection, however, I have more Friday the 13th t-shirts. Alright, so moving on to number 2. So this is another one that is clearly some kind of a bootleg, but I found it in a store when I forget where the hell I was, but we were traveling somewhere, and the print looked pretty badass. I loved it, so I don't know who originally did it, but it's very cool. This used to be my go-to horror convention shirt too. So this is the Freddy vs. Jason selfie shirt, if you will. So I don't know who came up with this idea, but it's pretty cool. I do like the shirt a lot. The print looks fantastic, to be honest, but I'm sure it's just some, you know, again, some sad stolen design. I don't buy shirts like this anymore, but this is just another one that's super, super old. And I've worn it to many conventions, and I've gotten comments on it. I know Robert Englund made a comment that he liked it, and so did Kane Hodder when I wore it when I met him. So this one again is like a no-name brand. It's a Fruit of the Loom shirt. So I mean, the cotton's not too bad, so it could be worse, but it's far from the nice quality stuff that you get from the high-end companies out there and stuff. Alright, so moving on to number 3. So this one, as you can see, is double-sided. Now this is one that I found, I think I was in like Winners or something, and I came across this shirt, and I was like, well, it was like, I think it was a $9 shirt or something. It was super cheap, but I'm like, it's got Freddy on it. I mean, come on, Nightmare on Elm Street, never go to sleep. Sleep kills, and then of course the back, a Nightmare on Elm Street with the glove. I mean, that to me looks like a part 4 glove, I want to say. This shirt, honestly, again, you get what you pay for. So this thing has a really big neck on it. I find the neck is way too big. I really hate that. It's a pet peeve of mine. Can't stand big, open, loopy necks. And it's a little snug in the torso too, like the way the shirt is cut, it's weird. It's just a really weird fitting shirt. I don't wear it much. Again, what do? You get what you pay for. But I was, of course, sold on the print. And it does say Nightmare on Elm Street on the inside. It looks like it is trademarked, so it looks like it's licensed. But, yeah, it just fits a little funny, that one. Okay, moving on to number 4. So this is a long sleeve, sweet ass t-shirt I picked up from Graveyard Goods. So this is the first film, of course. This came in a variant as well. It was in sort of a, I think it was orange and pink or something. It was really, really weird looking colors. But I like the original so much with all the red with blue and everything. It just looks so badass. And it's got these, you know, it's got the sleeves with Freddy's skull. When Nancy tears his face off there. And the other sleeve has the phone on it, where Freddy's tongue came out. And then all these awesome scenes on the front. I mean, you have basically the cover art where Nancy's asleep, and then it's got the tub scene. It's got the no running in the hallways scene. And the scene where Freddy's cutting off his fingers. However, at the top there, that main one, I think that is from Dream Warriors. I'm pretty certain it is the main one that's right underneath. I guess I never even clued into that, but that looks like a shot right out of Dream Warriors. Reminds me of the scene where he takes out the Wizard Master. But yeah, it's such a beautiful shirt. I really like this one a lot. It's my favorite one that I've picked up from Graveyard Goods. And on the back, one of my favorite parts is it has that awesome scene that always freaked me out with the arms stretched out when he's coming after Tina in the beginning. Terrifying scene. Wes Craven, you mad genius, we miss you. Anyway, gorgeous shirt from Graveyard Goods. This thing is badass, really like it. Alright, so moving on to number 5. This one is a sweet one that I picked up from Fright rags. And when I first saw it, I couldn't believe it because it's combining my favorite band with Freddy Krueger. And it's one of those mashups they did. And this is basically a mashup on the Motley Crue Too Fast for Love album cover of Vince Neil's crotch. We've gone Motley Krueger here instead of Motley Crue. I thought that was very clever, very cool. There's no way I couldn't have this in my collection. Motley Crue shirts is another thing. I can do an entire video on those. I have plenty of those t-shirts as well, but this one is pretty badass. I love this one. It's just cool design, clever. Alright, so moving on to number 6. This is a sweet design I got from Gutter Garbs. Now these came out, there's a series of these that came out around the same time. And this one is the beautiful Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4 Dream Master t-shirt from Gutter Garbs. I really like this design. It's one of my favorites for sure. You got Freddy in the sunglasses. You got a good shot of the glove there. And your main characters, the house, I mean, and the font, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, the Dream Master in green like that. It looks really cool. It's a beautiful shirt. Gutter Garbs did a great job with this one. Definitely one of the best I have in my collection there. Alright, moving on to number 7. So this is another of the Gutter Garbs collection that came out at the same time, and this is the one for Dream Warriors. And here is a look here. Alright, and this one is Dream Warriors. There's a look at it here. Kristen's mom. And Freddy in the tuxedo, of course. Taryn plus Freddy. And then you have the Freddy snake. And again, that nice looking font, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors with the green. You have the house in the background and everything too. So it's another beautiful design from Gutter Garbs. Really like that one. Yeah, they did a great job with it. Okay, on to the next. What are we on? Number 8, I think? Alright, now this one, again, another Gutter Garbs release, and this is another Dream Warriors design, and this one I really like. This is my favorite Dream Warriors design I currently have. Note the asterisk here. So here's a look. Beautiful shirt. So this is a really cool design. I love the way Freddy looks here. If you think you'll get out alive, you must be dreaming. A Nightmare on Elm Street. 3 Dream Warriors. Joey just screaming there. Kincaid looks like he's freaked out in the quiet room or whatever. Oh, you got the Freddy puppet down there too. That's awesome. Oh, and the Freddy skeleton. Really cool Nightmare 3 design. Broken glass all around it too, of course. Very cool. Okay, so the last one I have here, I've been sitting on for a while waiting to open this thing up. Waiting for this particular collection because this is another new Nightmare on Elm Street t-shirt. And this one is Dream Warriors. And that's why I put the little asterisk, or I was saying that anyway, because although that is my favorite Dream Warriors shirt, this next one that I got, again from Gutter Garbs, they have all the cool Nightmare on Elm Street shirts. This one might be my new favorite because this design was super badass, and oh yeah, it's definitely up there. It's such a cool shirt. Check this thing out. That is a pretty sweet shirt, man. That is a pretty beautiful looking Dream Warriors t-shirt right there. Love it. Oh my goodness, it even has the Wizard Master. Oh, it has him basically getting finished too, right underneath there. That's pretty cool. Jennifer getting her big break in TV. Kristen, Taryn. That's pretty badass. That is a very cool shirt. I like the colors in it again. It really pops. It's got a lot of blue, a lot of green. Yeah, that's a really cool shirt. Great job from Gutter Garbs again. Yeah, that's fantastic. Love it. This is it for Nightmare on Elm Street. Friday the 13th will be up next for the next part, so definitely watch for that if you're a fan of Friday the 13th. I have a lot of really cool shirts to show you. And alright, well anyway, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it as always. I'll leave you with some shots of these t-shirts again at the end so you can get a slightly better look. And we will see you again for the next one.